get ready with me. I like using my roller blow dryer just to make these little curls, and then I'll open them up before I leave and it'll be like a mini blowout. So that's what that is. I got invited to a last minute girls and coffee and hookah date. Both of my sister-in-laws are going along with their friends, and I'm just tagging along because I've been craving hookah so bad. A lot of my new followers probably don't know, but my husband and I used to own a hookah lounge. It was connected to our second restaurant, and we had it for almost 5 years. That was the most fun time in my life. The work was really hard because I was working until like 4 in the morning sometimes. But I have so many hookah lounge stories. I met a lot of amazing people through it. Oh wow, I was looking for this everywhere. It was all the way in the bottom of this. We sold the lounge along with the restaurant when my son was only like 2 months old. Honestly, the restaurant life and the lounge life was just something that we didn't want to pass down to our son. I grew up in the restaurant business. My mom used to own a restaurant for I think about 8 years. And I was raised in the back of a restaurant because that's where my mom was. And not that my childhood sucked or anything, but it could have been better. And as far as the lounge goes, my husband has personally never smoked anything ever before. He's like a little puppy. He's never done anything. And for him specifically, he just wanted to lead by example. So he thought having the lounge while also trying to parent a child just would have been conflicting. This is not to say that everybody else should do the same thing. Go do whatever business that you want to do regardless of how you want to raise your kids. My husband, that was just his personal preference. Let me put that out there. There's nothing wrong with having a business and raising a kid and having a responsibility to not conflict those together, if you know what I mean. I hope nobody gets offended by that, because people get offended really easily, but that's just, again, personal preference. We just didn't want that for my son. But also because the lounge life is just so hectic. You have no idea how many fights I've stopped between grown ass men. Men think women are emotional. There's nobody more emotional than a man at a hookah lounge. I've witnessed stabbings. I've witnessed people threatening with machetes. I've seen glass bottles being broken and being used as weapons. There's just so much that I have witnessed while working at a hookah lounge. It was just a lot for my little Afghan sheltered ass, okay? But I will say, I handled everything like a boss. One of my favorite stories from the lounge is when I literally grounded like 30 adult people, and I closed the gates on them and told them, you guys need to sit down, think about what you did, and then you're allowed to come back into the gate, because our property was like a standalone property, and then we had a locked gate too, so nobody can come into the property. So there was a fight that broke out, and it just got way too serious. And the only thing you can do at that point is just tell people, hey, take this outside. Whatever you want to do, go do it. Go do it outside. I don't want any part of it. I don't want you guys breaking my tables, breaking my chairs. Just leave. And it would be so crazy because people are like in the moment of a fight, and I would just be yelling. I'd be like, hey, you guys need to fucking take it outside. Don't do anything inside here. And then they would like stop what they're doing. And because at the end of the day, they did respect me, okay? Everybody respected me because my lounge consisted of mainly regulars. So everybody was like, okay, sister, okay, sister. Like, imagine going from raging to being like, okay, sister, we go. And then they would go outside and break into like their rage again. Obviously, people that were with those people were like a group of 20 people that just went outside for the fight, right? But then the fight in our parking lot started getting out of hand too, because they started breaking bottles. They started launching stuff at each other. It could have hit other people's cars. It could have hit my car. Okay, I had just gotten a Tesla at that point. And so I went out and I said, okay, you guys need to take it out of my parking lot and into the next plaza over. Everybody's like, okay, sister, we go. And then finally, when they went to the other plaza, I closed the gate behind them and I locked it shut, and nobody was able to come back inside. Once I locked it, I went inside, dealt with my customers, apologized for everything, even though that was like free entertainment for them. And then after about 15 minutes, I went outside the gate. So many people were outside the gate like, come on, like we need our keys, we need to get our cars, we need our phones, we left everything inside. I'm like, well, you should have thought of that before. You guys started brawling inside of my restaurant. And then obviously their tones started to shift and were like, please, like we really need to get our cars. I promise we're gonna leave. I said, okay, yeah, you guys can get your phones and keys and all that stuff, but you guys are gonna stay here for 15 minutes. I'll be back and I'll open the gate, but you guys need to sit down and think about what you did. Which is exactly what they did. I went inside, I came out, and 15 minutes later, I see everybody was just sitting on the sidewalk, like just, and mind you, these people just had an all-out fight 15 minutes ago. And they're just all, one side is on the curb here, one side is on the curb here, and they're just staring at each other like this. It took so much out of me not to like bust out laughing in these people's faces, but I did end up letting them go back inside. None of them were allowed to stay and keep smoking. They actually all had to leave. And then I closed up for the night. And that will be forever my favorite story to tell, because at this point I'm like in my 20s. The age range of the people that were fighting were from 20 all the way up to like 40. So I made 40-year-old men sit their asses down and think about what they did and then come and apologize to me. Exactly. And then people wonder where I get my confidence from. It's 7:21. I have literally 15 minutes to leave the house. Everybody, shut up. Okay, we're just gonna do like a winged out little look. All right, we're gonna have to go without tape. And it's gonna take a while to clean it up, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm gonna clean it up. Okay, relax. I'm gonna go in this. Okay, just wait. Just wait. Just wait. I have to leave in 5 minutes. No tape needed. I'm gonna do the corners a little bit darker. Okay, now time for my face. We're gonna do a quickie. A brush? I know. I'm just trying to hurry up. I'm gonna use this pink powder under my eyes. I've honestly been really liking these NYX powders. I always gotta go back to my roots, you know? I did not put my sweat primer on because it's pretty cold outside, so I really hope that doesn't bite me in the butt. I know what you're thinking. Be quiet! When I get too white, I use this bronzer, and then I just use it everywhere. And I can only ever find minis, and I can't find the big ones. And I'm tired of buying minis. Immediately fixes the cast. Okay. Okay. Pink. Oh, I used this for my flyaways one time. I got so confused. There we go. Why would I pay for lip fillers when I could just overline my lips? People are gonna know they're fake either way. Either way, people are gonna know they're fake. Oh yeah. Whenever I sharpen my pencils, I just like push the pencil down so it can kind of blend with the wood, and that way it won't break. It'll break sometimes, but it won't break most times. I jinxed myself. It broke! This is why I don't give advice. I literally don't give advice because the moment I tell somebody that something is gonna happen a certain way, it just bites me in the butt and embarrasses me. 2016 is so back. You guys already know I'm going to be using my self-adhesive lashes. 16, 14, 14. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Can't forget some black in the waterline. Okay. What do we think? I'm all done. I'm gonna start doing this all the way at the end just so I can put my flyaways down, since this is basically like a hairspray too. There we go. Flyaway's gone. I'm exactly at 58 minutes for this entire look. I was aiming for 30. Jolene, 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 begging of you, please don't take my man. Beauty is beyond compare with flaming locks of auburn hair. Like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain. Compete with you, Jolene. In his sleep, I can do to keep when he calls your name, Jolene. This is the look. I'm gonna wear some boots with it. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, bye.